Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So yes, I am back with another DVD haul. So some of you may have seen the video I put up the other week where I picked up a whole load of Region 2 titles, a really great set of titles there. Now slightly connected with that, the same seller, he had actually bought up a collection of about 1,000 movies. So some of those were Region 2, which he didn't really want to try and sell. But yeah, he put on a yard sale to try and sell the rest. So I went along with a whole load of other people to see what I could find. So yeah, I'll show you what I picked up. First up we have this one. It's The Beast, also known as The Beast of War, and this is directed by Kevin Reynolds, who went on to make Waterworld. But yeah, this is an unusual one because it's a tank battle drama set in Afghanistan with Soviet troops, but the cast is all American, so yeah, quite an unusual one this. But yeah, I've seen it before, glad to have it. Next we have this one, Swimming Upstream, which caught my eye. It stars Geoffrey Rush and Judy Davis, and it's directed by Russell Mulcahy, who also made Highlander and Razorback. But yeah, this is a sporting drama with Geoffrey Rush playing a competitive swimmer. Next, and we've got a political thriller here, directed by Sidney Lumet and starring Richard Gere and Gene Hackman, Kate Capshaw, Denzel Washington, Power. Next, one I've seen at the cinema, I haven't seen it since. This is City of Joy, directed by Roland Joffe, who also made The Mission and The Killing Fields. This has Patrick Swayze and Pauline Collins. Patrick Swayze playing a disillusioned doctor who goes to Calcutta and ends up performing treatments there with Pauline Collins. Next we have Samsara, but no, it's not perhaps the Samsara you're thinking of, so not the Ron Frick beautiful world drama. This is a different one, so I must admit it did trick me at first. I picked up this film thinking it was the Ron Frick one, but no, this is actually a drama that's set in the Himalayas. It does sound good, so I will watch it nonetheless. Next we've got a New York-based legal thriller with Brian Dennehy and Aidan Quinn, and it's Perfect Witness. Next we have this classic one from 1980, The Stuntman, directed by Richard Rush and starring Peter O'Toole and Steve Railsback and Barbara Hershey. Steve Railsback playing a Vietnam vet who's on the run and ends up on a movie set. Next, curious one this, directed by Mike Hodges, who's the director of Get Carter. This is Dandelion Dead, and it's a British true story thriller that's got Michael Kitchen in it, as well as David Thewlis and Sarah Miles. Next, the other week I showed you that I'd picked up An Englishman in New York about Quentin Crisp. Well, this is the film that came before it, The Naked Civil Servant, still with John Hurt in the role of Quentin Crisp. Next, classic Hitchcock. This is Foreign Correspondent with Joel McCrea. Next, it's a World War II espionage thriller with George Peppard. This is Operation Crossbow, directed by Michael Anderson. Next, really pleased to have this, Wish You Were Here, a fantastic movie from 1987 that introduced us to Emily Lloyd. Wish You Were Here, directed by David Leland. Next, we have Paul Newman directing his wife, Joanne Woodward, in Rachel, Rachel. Next, good find this, King Rat from 1965, directed by Brian Forbes and starring George Segal in a prisoner of war drama, World War II, adapted from a novel by James Clavell, who wrote Shogun. Next, an Otto Preminger film that I'm unfamiliar with, The Cardinal, starring Tom Tryon, Romy Schneider and Carol Linley. Next, and it's the Costa Gavras film Missing, starring Jack Lemmon and Sissy Spacek. And next, from Ken Loach, Ladybird, Ladybird, love and social services drama from him. This one also features Ray Winstone. Next, back to World War II, and we have Attack, directed by Robert Aldrich and starring Jack Palance, Eddie Albert and Lee Marvin. And then, I know this one's in the Criterion collection, but yeah, glad to have this. Picnic at Hanging Rock, Peter Weir's very mysterious drama from 1975. Nice addition this, a 3-disc set that includes the original theatrical version, a director's cut, and a whole host of extra features. Next, going back to First World War, and we have this pilot drama, Aces High, directed by Jack Gold, starring Malcolm McDowell. And an Alistair MacLean adaptation here, When Eight Bells Toll, starring Anthony Hopkins. And here we have the final film that was directed by Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger together, and that's Ill Met by Moonlight, starring Dirk Bogarde. Next, interesting one this, written and directed by Dalton Trumbo. This is Johnny Got His Gun, a World War I drama. Next, we've got Michael Radford's 1984 adaptation of George Orwell's 1984 with John Hurt and Richard Burton. Next, interesting one this, going back to 1976. This is a TV adaptation of Dennis Potter's Brimstone and Treacle that stars Michael Kitchen and Denham Elliott. This was also remade in the 80s as well with Sting. Another World War II drama, and this is Malta Story with Alec Guinness and Jack Hawkins. And yes, a bit of a World War II theme here. Here's another one, Night of the Fox, an uncommon drama this to find, but this one stars George Peppard and Michael York and Deborah Raffin. And then we've got this one, True Confessions, which has got Robert Duvall and Robert De Niro as brothers, but one is a cop, one is a priest, and they both get involved with a murder investigation. Next, we've got this wartime drama as well, Cockleshell Heroes, or an adventuresome film that's produced by Cubby Broccoli just before he then went on to produce the James Bond movies. And this one, When Saturday Comes, with Sean Bean in a northern town dreaming of becoming a professional footballer. But yeah, I picked this one up again because it has Emily Lloyd in it, who was in Wish You Were Here. Next, really unusual film from Jerzy Skolimowski, The Shout with Alan Bates and John Hurt. Caught this one on the Criterion channel not too long ago. Really interesting film. And next, directed by Ken Anakin, I've got this interesting one, Across the Bridge, with Rod Steiger as a crooked businessman fleeing to Mexico. And then on to a few box sets. So really, really pleased to get this one. I've started going through this already. Now, this is a BFI box set on what's called free cinema. So this was a movement in the UK from around 1952 to 1962, which really launched a new wave, if you like, of documentary filmmaking, really trying to capture just normal British life, working class life. So directors here include Carol Rice, who went on to make Saturday Night and Sunday Morning, and Tony Richardson as well, who went on to do films such as Charge of the Light Brigade. But yeah, some really, really fascinating stuff on this. Now, I'm not sure how much these will mean to people, but for me, I was quite excited to pick these up. I already have in my collection the GPO Film Unit box set, Addressing the Nation, which is a whole load of documentaries from the 1930s, just pre-war, and covering a whole load of a range of issues that include communications, BBC, postal services, and things like that. It might sound a little bit dull, but no, they really are great documentaries and great documents of the time. And similarly, these other sets, so we have We Live in Two Worlds, which is volume 2. So again, these are kind of 1930s documentaries that cover a whole range of subjects. And then the volume 3, If War Should Come. But yeah, these are great sets. You get huge booklets with these, and yeah, just a ton of documentaries in these, which are, I think they're all really fascinating. So yeah, I'll probably talk about these more in a separate video. And then also linked in with that, a separate set called Land of Promise. So documentaries from 1930 to 1950 in the UK. So again, we're looking at sort of war period, post-war, just a whole load of subjects here. But yeah, really, really fascinating stuff. And then finally, not linked with that yard sale, but I just stumbled across this nice set here. So yeah, it includes The Grapes of Wrath, Inn of the Sixth Happiness, The Day the Earth Stood Still, and Peyton Place. Now, if you have OCD, then you may want to look away now. Okay, so there we go. Thanks very much for looking at this. Let me know your thoughts. Have you seen any of these films? Are you familiar with them? What are your general thoughts? I'm always pleased to read your comments. If you do enjoy these kinds of videos, please do like and subscribe. I do plenty of haul videos, as you will have seen already if you're already on my channel. If you're new to the channel, then yeah, go back and look at some of the previous haul videos. There's always things in there which are atypical, if you like. So yeah, hopefully I will see you again. Thanks very much for watching. All the best to you. Bye-bye.